Hey there, welcome to Linux for everyone and welcome home. Also, congratulations! We now live in a world where the Steam Deck exists. In a world where mainstream tech outlets are discussing gaming and Linux in the same sentence again. In a world where Valve's ambitious endgame is literally
our goal is for every game to work by the time we ship Steam Deck,
including the ones using anti-cheat. But we're not there quite yet. And while the world continues to learn about the miracles of gaming on Linux, we've got a fun job to do. Test newly released games on Steam, see if they run well on Linux, and encourage people to submit their own experiences with those games to protondb.com. I mean, hey, selfishly, it's a great excuse to play all that new and shiny content. And bonus points, maybe people will discover some cool games along the way, and maybe it will have a positive ripple effect on the future of Steam Deck. The first game up for testing was suggested by L4E superfan Paul. It's an action MMORPG called Swords of Legends Online. And it's time to ask the big question. Will it Linux? But first, I want to give a big thank you to TUXEDO Computers for helping pay the bills and make Linux for Everyone content possible. And if you're hunting for a just fantastic Ryzen-powered system with insane all-day battery life, consider their Pulse 15 laptop. Find out more at tuxedocomputers.com. So I wanted to check out Swords of Legends Online for two reasons. First, it's just absolutely breathtaking. It looks great. But the biggest draw is that it doesn't require a subscription and it's not pay to win. You can buy the game for as low as $40 and create multiple characters, I think up to 6, and experience everything the game has to offer. In-game purchases look like they're just cosmetic only, and this is really, really refreshing in my opinion. See, I recently got hooked on Final Fantasy XIV, but my life gets busy, and I don't like that guilt, that remorse that comes with paying a subscription I might not be able to completely justify from month to month. Now, story-wise, it's a bit too early to tell exactly what's happening, but this game is rooted in Chinese mythology, and even after only an hour or two, it's so rich with cutscenes and plot, weaving a narrative together involving angry gods, an ancient war, mystical heroes, and legendary swords that are very much alive. It seriously wastes zero time getting the story off the ground and introducing all these new gameplay mechanics. It is an action RPG, and the speed of combat reminds me a lot of Phantasy Star Online 2. It keeps you on your toes, and the combat animations look great. So, will it Linux? As you can see, it absolutely will. And I'm playing on a system that you might think would cause all kinds of problems. A ThinkPad P53 with an NVIDIA RTX Quadro 4000 graphics card. And I'm running Pop! OS 21.04 here, and the game, it just runs like a dream. It just runs like it's native. If you're seeing any stuttering here in my footage, it's because I was also capturing the game with OBS at 1080p 60 FPS while also playing on the high graphics preset. Visually, to me, it seems like all the effects and animations are present and accounted for, and audio is really smooth too. Sometimes it can be jarring when the facial animations don't really match up with the dubbed English dialogue, but that's not a Proton problem. The great news here is that 0 tweaks were required to get up and running. Swords of Legends Online ran perfectly out of the box. Just install it and play it. Your mileage may vary though, which is why I'm encouraging everyone who tries it to submit your gameplay report to protondb.com, and I'm doing the same thing. As you can see, just about a week ago, some minor tweaks were required to get server selection working right, but it seems like Proton has already caught up and fixed that issue, at least on my end. I will include a direct link explaining that fix in the description of this video, just in case you need it. By the way, I use the default Proton experimental setting in Steam, but as we go forward in this series, I'll tell you if a different Proton version gives me better results. So that is Swords of Legends Online. Will it Linux? Absolutely. If you try it out, let me know your thoughts down there in the comments. And if you have a game suggestion, throw it my way. Just remember that our goal is to highlight newly released Steam games. And hey, if you're not a huge fan of YouTube, don't forget that Linux for Everyone is also on Odyssey. And I'm exploring some alternative platforms like PeerTube as well. That's it for this one. Thanks a ton for watching. Until the next video, take care and take care of each other. And go get your game on.